Okay, welcome to the Board of Assessors February 17th meeting. In attendance is Bill Johnson, Chairman Martin Grudgeon, Board Member Marilyn Gaddini, and Director Diane Bishop. Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, GL 30A and 19, and the Governor's March 15, 2020 order imposing strict limitation on the number of people that may gather in one place. This meeting will be conducted via remote participation to the greatest extent possible. We shorten that introduction, and we'll start off with a review of the minutes from January 20th from Bill Johnston.
Mr. Chairman, I have reviewed the open and executive session minutes for the meeting of January 20th, 2021, and I find them to be in order, and I move that they be accepted.
Okay, no discussion. We got a second on that?
I'll second.
All those in favor, we take a roll call vote, Diane? Take
Please.
a roll call vote on acceptance. Bill Johnston,
Yes.
Marilyn Gaddini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes. Start off with administrative items. We got a warrant, fiscal 21 supplemental real estate warrant of $41,671.54. Any discussion on that? We voted on each warrant, Diane?
We have the supplemental for the surcharge and the supplemental for the real estate. So if you want to do those both together, since they go hand in hand, and take a roll call vote.
Okay, and we have a fiscal 21 supplemental CPA warrant of $416.70. So we will, no discussion on the warrants together, take a roll call vote on acceptance. Bill Johnson,
Yes.
Marilyn Gaddini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes. We have some reports, motor vehicle excise abatement report for the month of January only from 2020 of $813.16. We have a boat abatement report for the month of January fiscal 20 and 21, $71.12. Hang on one sec. We vote on those individually or at the end?
If you want to vote on all of the reports at the end, that would be fine.
Okay. We have a fiscal 21 exemption report for the month of January, $16,084.43. We have a fiscal 21 abatement report for the month of January, $4,906.98. We will take a roll call vote. Do we have any discussion on those reports? If
No.
we do not, make a motion to accept those reports. Take a roll call vote to accept. Bill Johnson,
Yes.
Marilyn Gaddini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes. Accounting notice for the month of January. What is this for, Diane?
Anytime that we do any warrants in a month, we put it on so we notify the accounting department. And so this is the large motor vehicle excise commitment that went out that you signed a warrant for last time, and
Okay.
for a commitment 7.
Okay, and that was for the amount of $1,822,099.11. Do we make a vote on that?
Yes,
Got a report.
please.
Okay. Make a motion to accept the accounting notice for the month of January. Bill Johnson,
Yes.
Marilyn Gaddini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes. We have LA3 sales report for the month of January. I have not taken a peek at it, so I'm peeking at it right now. Anyone, any questions, Diane, on any of them?
There were just a couple that were extremely low sales. I'm gonna make an attempt, gonna make an attempt to get into the properties, but I cannot make any guarantees. One was a 2-family home One was a private sale. I think, Marty, you and I had a brief conversation when you stopped in the office to sign on a couple of these. And in fact, we had 2 multifamily homes that sold quite high in comparison to what our assessments are.
Yeah, the .64 was an MLS sale.
I did see that.
Yep. The 1.1, that is a private sale.
The few up from that one?
Yep, the 1.1 is a private family transfer.
Oh, I didn't know that,
Yep.
because it was on the MLS. It just took forever to close.
Yeah, it was put out there and then put out that it was sold just to prevent people from viewing the home or making an
Ah.
attempt. But it's absolutely a family transfer.
Okay, thank you.
The .69, I don't know about that one.
At the very top, that was very unusual, and the person who sold it flips homes on a regular basis and just purchased it for $70,000 and put it up in as-is condition and got $140,000.
Right. I know the house well. It's a very old house.
Yeah, I saw pictures of the interior, and I think it's probably the current value that we have on it. It is in very poor condition. It could become, pristine again with a lot of work and remodeling to the property.
Right. That's it, I think. Any other questions on any of them? We got our usual ASRs have in the 80 percentile, quite a bit. Couple in the 90s. High sales as usual, but the multifamily sales were way over assessment. And we have 2 more closings of multis coming too.
Wow.
That'll be in February, maybe. Could be March. Okay, no further discussion on that. We have a building permit report for the month of January.
And there was only one new home, but then again, it's only January, so, and most people don't want to break ground in January. So, but other than that, the typical remodels, renovations, and solar, big hit.
Mm-hmm.
Lot of solar.
Solar and insulation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where do they get the amounts on the solar? Is that just a permit application where they come up with the amount?
It is generally the solar company actually fills out the application and whatever the cost is, but most people are not paying that cost. Most people are leasing and paying a monthly fee over the course of however many years.
Right. So it's a solar company putting that fee in?
Correct.
Oh, it's because they were doing the installation and getting the building permit. Okay.
Correct.
I mean, I see one for $81,000. I can't imagine what that is.
So that one was very unique. That particular property is going to be solar shingles or solar roof. It's not going to be solar panels. I actually kept the entire information about it because it's the first that I've ever seen like that. So,
Oh, wow. I heard that was coming, the entire roof. That's like the next step up.
right.
Is
So,
But that's
Test-
still,
that Tesla? Is
I'm
that-
sorry.
Is that Tesla?
I believe it was Tesla who
Yeah.
took the permit out. Yes.
Yep.
And we do have the information in the office. The next time you stop in, I'll be happy to have it on the back counter so you can see. So from my understanding, in this particular property, the whole back side of the home and the side of the garage are going to have these special solar roof shingles panels. I'm not quite sure until I actually can visibly see them myself. The front side is not going to be having it, but it looks like it's all a matching type thing. So, yeah,
It's supposed to be aesthetically pleasing rather than the big panels, yeah.
What,
absolutely.
do they give a life? Did you see the paperwork of what the life of the roof is?
I did not see that. I'll look a
Okay.
little bit more closely. As we know that solar on a residential property, at least at the present time, has a 20-year exemption. So regardless of what the value of this is, we would not be able to put any value onto it because of
Hmm.
the solar.
Oh, I know, I'm just curious what the Tesla roof, what the
Yeah.
durability, that's all.
I will check. I did keep some of the information from the permit, just so I'd have a better understanding as more come through.
Okay. All righty. Any other questions on building permit? I don't think so. We have a director's report or update.
So the 2021 motor vehicle excise bills have gone out in the mail as of February 2nd. And we have been very surprised at how many phone calls that we have received because of the excise bills. We found a lot of people who moved from Massachusetts and relocated in another state had a difficulty getting their cars registered and their new licenses in their new state due to COVID and the limitations and appointments that were available at registries in the states that they moved into, which forced them to continue to drive on their mass registration and keep their mass license. And now the states are finally getting all of these people in. So now everyone's canceling their plate and they're looking for an abatement because they don't want to pay us any longer now that they're in a new state. So we're working with those people. We've also had a handful of, and it's growing every day, people are saying, I never lived in East Long Meadow and you're sending me a tax bill. Or
wow.
we're getting people saying, I've lived in East Long Meadow for 25 years. Why is my excise bill coming from Agawam? And so we have not been able to get to the root of or the source of this potential issue, but we did have to make a call into the RMV today on behalf of a taxpayer and a valuation issue. And we're supposed to be having a supervisor reach out to us regarding garage code issues because we said that we've received a lot more phone calls than we have ever received. So hopefully we'll get some information on that within the next couple of days. When the registry sends a municipality the files to send out excise tax bills, it's only based on where the car is principally garaged. So if that garage code is incorrect, whatever it is garaged in is the municipality who's going to get that tax bill. Many people also have moved in between municipalities, and a lot of people forget they're supposed to notify the registry with all of the other things that they have to make sure that they're doing their due diligence. So we have been trying to guide people to make sure that they've had their addresses updated. And again, the big key thing is that garage code. People can go on to the new RMV website and do a lot of these updates themselves. So it's not like you once upon a time had to have your insurance agent or you had to walk into the registry. A lot of this is now you have the ability online. You do have to provide either your driver's license number or a social security number, something that's unique to you so you can actually access your profile at the registry.
Okay.
And then the last one that we get so many people call is regarding the value of their vehicles. So we have gone through explaining that the Mass General Laws has a depreciation schedule in place for motor vehicle excise. They start with the manufacturer's suggested list price new, and over a 5-year period, it depreciates down. So a lot of people will call and say, I have a 1998 vehicle I'm paying $100 excise, and I have a 2012 vehicle that I'm paying $65 excise, and why is that? And we are explaining whatever the car was new. So if you have a Mercedes that is a 1998 when it was new at 10%, is going to be a lot higher than if you had a very bottom of the barrel Ford, Kia, whatever car,
Escort.
Escort, and just say that the manufacturer's suggested list price was $19,000 when new. Well, that's only going to be a $1,900 value, and then times the $25 per thousand tax rate. So a lot of people get frustrated when they hear it. That is the law. It is not what the Kelly Blue Book is. It's not what it's worth if you try to sell your car. It's strictly for excise purposes and for valuation.
What Diane's trying to say is our office is not determining the value, the state,
That is correct.
for every town in Massachusetts.
And we all follow the same
Same
law.
table, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, great.
So then the next thing is, and this is just a reminder that every 2 years we have to elected, appointed, and employees fill out the conflict of interest online. I know I have a couple of board members who have already completed it. I have a couple of employees. There's just a few more, and as soon as they can get those completed, get them into the office. A reminder that you not only have to do the certificate once you've completed it online, but you have to also provide the sign off acknowledging you received the packet, which was included in the email that I originally sent. And the FY22 forms of list in 3 ABCs, the deadline to return them is March 1st. And if a taxpayer needs a form, they could either go to our town website under the Assessors Department and under forms, or they could give us a call. We'll be happy to mail or email one. That's what I have.
Great, thank you for that, Diane. I believe that's it for open session. If anyone has any questions, it doesn't look like it. I'm going to make a motion to go into executive session for the reasons of motor vehicle excise abatements and exemptions, exemption applications, abatement applications, and some ATV updates. And we will be returning to open session only to record all votes. And take a roll call vote. Bill Johnson,
Yes.
Marilyn Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes. Okay, session back in open session. We are going to take a roll call vote on the following 7 exemptions. You have to read each one, Diane?
I do, and then we'll also go right into all of the abatements that we discussed too.
Okay, fire
Okay.
away.
So the following list is abatements and exemptions that the assessors discussed in open session. And it is for parcel 12A-46-30, 65 LaSalle Street, an exemption. We have 71-42-29, 125 Brookhaven, which is an exemption, 70-26-4, 397 Porter Road. It's an exemption. That one was denied. We have number 5-28-7, 5 Powder Hill Road, an exemption. We have 6-1260, which is 509 Chestnut Street, an exemption. We have 40-6-0, 49 Chestnut Street, an exemption, and 53-25-5, 394 Summers Road, an exemption. All were approved with the exception of the one that I noted. So then we will go into the abatements that we reviewed. We have parcel 7-5-2/17 for Bluegrass Drive. It was an abatement and that was denied. We have 7-5-1/22 for 38 Broadleaf Circle. That was an abatement and that was denied. We have 12-20-36, 33 Colorado Street, and that is an abatement, and it was approved. We have 9-12-19, and it is 245 Benton Drive, and that abatement was approved. Now we have a couple personal property accounts. Account number 2033 for personal property located at 470 North Main Street, and that was an abatement and it has been approved. We have personal property account 1283 with personal property located at 250 North Main Street, and that abatement was approved. And then we have account 2182, personal property located at 50 North Main Street also, and that abatement was denied. And then our last one we have is 20-37-9, 34 Windsor Lane, and that abatement was approved. And that is the vote of the board for this evening. Could I have a roll call vote on all of those?
Take a roll call vote to accept the prior exemptions and abatements and denials and approvals. Bill Johnson,
Yes.
Marilyn Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes.
And the last thing is we need to set a date for our next meeting.
You want the 10th or the 17th?
So I was going to suggest,
I mean, yeah,
I was going to suggest possibly the first Monday in, I'm sorry, Wednesday in March. And I'm sorry, I don't have a calendar in front of me.
It's the third.
March 3rd.
March 3rd, and that would be an executive session only. So we can continue going through our abatement applications, and then March 17th,
Yes.
is that
Correct.
is a Wednesday, would be a regular session, and we can also continue abatements.
That's fine. Yep.
I agree.
So on the March 3rd meeting, which is executive session only, do you want to hold it to this particular time? Or would you prefer to do it at a different time?
No, this is good.
Okay. And we'll try to keep it to a 1 hour and we will go from there.
Okay. No further discussion. I make a motion to adjourn this meeting. Bill Johnson,
Yes.
Marilyn Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes. Don Mackey, yes.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Take care.
See ya.